I would say for us, let me look at the calendar. We're just over 2 months post-close for the two recent deals we did out here in Clearwater. And, it was funny. We were talking about it before we closed the deals, about a month and a half before we closed the deals. I was telling my two partners, hey, if we do asset deals, it's going to be great for us from a tax perspective. It's going to ensure we don't have any liabilities, but integration is going to be a 4-letter word. And you're going to multiply it by 2 because we're bringing 2 companies in at the same time. Be prepared, gentlemen. I'm going to be operationally very, very busy for 2 or 3 months after the acquisition. And we talked it over, and for a number of reasons, we decided to stay with the asset-based deal structure and the contract, the asset-based purchase agreement for both of the 2 companies we recently acquired here in the summer of 2021. And just to be straightforward, integrating these 3 companies from just a bureaucratic perspective has been frustrating, right? You have to get new EINs to every single freaking vendor that you do business with. You have to get your new licensing to every single vendor that you do business with. You have to switch out the payments, the way you pay every single bill that you have. Every single customer that you have to, in many cases, give them new insurance forms and re-update their terms of service to have your new EIN and legal entity name and all of that in their database. And there's so many times where, a customer will forget and they're sending you information with the old EIN or the old legal entity. And then you're having to remind them of, no, it's not that way, it's this way. And there's back and forth of scanning documents and signing documents. And, oh, you forgot to sign here. And, oh, you mistyped the EIN or what have you. There's a lot that goes into integrating a business when you acquire it through an asset-based purchase agreement, especially when the business has a lot of moving parts. And in our business, we do have a number of moving parts. So that's been the frustration that I in particular have been dealing with, and our team, our operational team. It's not just me. I'm talking about from the big picture perspective. I'm the one that's overseeing that. Our team is the one I have the tremendous amount of respect and appreciation for, is they're the ones who are fighting it, boots on the ground day after day. I literally told them just the other day, hey, we will not be doing another acquisition like this going forward. So just, keep your head up, keep on working. I appreciate it. We're going to get through the final integration headaches that we're going through in 2022 will be a better year, an easier year, and we'll get to enjoy the fruits of our labor here in the back end of 2021. So yeah, that has been a very real challenge, just to get all your ducks in a row, to cross 574 T's and to dot 861 I's, and to ensure each dot is made appropriately, metaphorically speaking. It's just a lot. But again, the tax savings that you get from an asset-based deal are real. The fact that you don't bring on liabilities associated with the acquisition is very comforting and nice. And for us as well, we had negotiated these 2 deals as an asset-based purchase agreement. And then only after we negotiated them, shortly thereafter, I thought to myself, man, that's going to be a lot of work integrating. But we said, screw it, let's just do the deals and deal with it later. And we consciously went eyes wide open into this. We knew, we were joking about it 2 or 3 months before the deals closed, or at least a month before, that the 2 or 3 months following were going to be a lot. And they are. The good news, the great news, is now you have 3 companies paying the same mortgage. You have 3 companies paying the same. When I say 3 companies, we've made 3 acquisitions that are now operating. I think this is the right hat, the new hat. Yeah. They're all operating with that, through that DBA, that business name, B&B Professional Plumbing and Air. And, that's been fantastic. The economies of scale, using one individual to help do the same role for 2 or 3 of our different companies. Well, now they're all doing business at the same company. But again, just the economies of scale, it's been fantastic. We've seen our payroll for our initial company, B&B, that made the 2 acquisitions, the payroll has gone down, whereas the revenue has stayed consistent. Actually, now is increasing, even in the last 2 months. Part of that is we bought new trucks, so we have more manpower. But yeah, that's been the main frustrating part. It's just the integration, in really getting everything to work. Integrating companies is always tough, but integrating companies when you do asset deals, especially if you buy two companies using asset-based purchase agreements on the same day, that's a lot. I would not pretend for a second to say otherwise.